You have no idea how powerful you really are. You really don't. You might think that you're good at certain things, or you might think that you're bad at others, but you really don't know what you're capable of. Most people are way more powerful than they give themselves credit for. Most people have abilities and talents that are completely untapped. You can create anything in this world. My beautiful friends, the secret is to actually believe that you can do it. I am infinitely more powerful than I have ever imagined. Through decades of working with women on their transformation journeys, I've witnessed something miraculous happen over and over again. Women who believed they were limited, broken, or not enough suddenly discovered they possessed extraordinary power. Not because they gained something new, but because they finally recognized what was already within them. You see, the universe didn't make any mistakes when it created you. Every challenge you've faced, every struggle you've endured, every moment you felt like giving up, all of it was preparing you for this moment of recognition. This moment when you finally understand that your power isn't something you need to earn or prove. It's something you need to remember. I remember the magnificent being I have always been. The science behind your unlimited potential. What I'm about to share with you isn't just spiritual wisdom. It's backed by neuroscience. Your brain has something called neuroplasticity, which means it can literally rewire itself based on your thoughts, beliefs, and experiences. Every time you think a new thought, every time you challenge an old belief, every time you take action, despite your fear, you're creating new neural pathways. This means that the limitations you think you have aren't permanent. They're simply patterns that have been reinforced over time. And just as those limiting patterns were created, they can be uncreated and replaced with empowering ones. Dr. Carol Dweck's research on growth mindset has shown that people who believe their abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work achieve significantly more than those who believe their talents are fixed traits. This isn't just about academic performance. It applies to every area of life. My brain is constantly creating new possibilities for growth and success. Consider the story of Linda, a 52-year-old woman from Seattle, who came to me convinced she was too old to learn technology. She had been passed over for promotions because she couldn't keep up with digital changes in her workplace. But when Linda understood that her brain was capable of forming new connections at any age, she approached learning differently. Instead of saying, "I can't understand this," she began saying, "I can't understand this yet." That simple word, "yet," changed everything. Within 6 months, Linda not only mastered the technology she needed, but became the go-to person in her office for training others. She received the promotion she'd been wanting for years, along with a significant salary increase. I am constantly growing, learning, and expanding my capabilities. The energy of belief. When you truly believe in your power, you emit a different energy. People can feel it. Opportunities respond to it. The universe aligns with it. This isn't mystical thinking. It's observable reality. Think about the last time you were around someone who was genuinely confident and empowered. How did it feel? You probably felt inspired, uplifted, maybe even a little envious of their certainty. That's the energy of belief in action. Now imagine carrying that energy yourself. Imagine walking into every room knowing that you belong there. Imagine approaching every challenge with curiosity instead of fear. Imagine making decisions from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. I radiate confidence and attract opportunities that match my energy. Let me tell you about Patricia, a 29-year-old entrepreneur from Miami. She had a brilliant business idea but was terrified to pursue it because she had no formal business education. She spent months researching, planning, and preparing, but couldn't bring herself to take action. The breakthrough came when Patricia realized she was waiting for permission that would never come. She was waiting to feel qualified enough or ready enough. But those feelings would only come through action, not preparation. When Patricia finally launched her business with nothing but belief in her vision, something magical happened. Customers appeared, mentors emerged, resources materialized. Within 2 years, her company was generating 7 figures in revenue and employing 12 people. The business skills she thought she lacked, she developed them along the way. The confidence she thought she needed, it grew with each small success. The power she thought she didn't have, it was there all along, waiting for her to claim it. I take action from a place of faith, knowing that the path will appear as I walk it, the mindset that changes everything. Once you start believing that you can create the life you desire, your entire mindset shifts. It's like walking into a room that you thought was locked, only to discover the door was open all along. Let me tell you about Sarah, a 34-year-old single mother from Denver. She came to me convinced she was bad with money and would never be able to provide financial security for her children. She had tried budgeting before and failed. She had attempted side businesses that didn't work out. Every failure reinforced her belief that she simply wasn't capable. But when Sarah began to shift her inner dialogue from, "I can't do this," to, "I am learning to do this," something extraordinary happened. She didn't just learn to manage money. She discovered she had a natural gift for financial planning. Within 2 years, she had not only eliminated her debt, but had started her own successful financial coaching business. The transformation wasn't just financial, it was complete. Sarah's children saw their mother as a powerful, capable woman who could overcome any challenge. They internalized the belief that they too could achieve anything they set their minds to. Sarah didn't just change her own life, she changed her family's entire trajectory. I am capable of learning, growing, and achieving anything I set my mind to. You know, if you walk into any situation, whether it's starting a business, healing a relationship, or pursuing a dream, and you have the mindset that you can learn and grow, that's going to put you way ahead of the majority of people who don't have that mindset. Because once you start believing that you can learn, everything changes. Your brain literally rewires itself to look for solutions instead of problems. Your energy shifts from resistance to receptivity. Your actions align with possibility instead of limitation. My mind is open to infinite possibilities and solutions. The hidden strength in your struggles. Here's something most people don't realize. Your greatest struggles have been developing your greatest strengths. Every challenge you've overcome has built resilience you didn't know you had. Every failure has taught you lessons that success never could. Every moment you felt like giving up but didn't has proven your incredible inner power. Consider Maria, a 42-year-old artist from Phoenix. She had tried to make a living from her art for years, but every attempt seemed to end in disappointment. Gallery rejections, failed exhibitions, artwork that didn't sell. She was ready to give up, convinced she simply wasn't talented enough. But when Maria shifted her perspective from, "I'm not good enough," to, "I'm still learning and growing," she discovered that her previous failures had actually been teaching her invaluable lessons about her authentic, artistic voice. The rejections had pushed her to develop a unique style. The unsold pieces had helped her understand her true audience. The financial struggles had taught her business skills she never thought she'd need. Every experience has been preparing me for my greatest success. Within a year of changing her mindset, Maria not only found her artistic voice, but built a thriving online business, selling her work to collectors worldwide. She started teaching art workshops that consistently sold out. She was featured in major art publications. The same talent was always there. She just needed to believe in it and trust the process of her growth. But here's the most beautiful part of Maria's story. She began mentoring other struggling artists, helping them see their own power and potential. Her struggles had given her the empathy and wisdom to guide others through their own transformations. What she once saw as her greatest weakness became her greatest gift. Help us build a world filled with positive energy and healing. A simple like and a subscribe are powerful acts of support for our channel. My struggles have been developing strengths I didn't know I possessed. When failure feels like proof, I know it's hard to believe if all you've had are failures. It's really hard. It's challenging to believe that you can do something when you've tried before, and it didn't work out the way you hoped. But here's what I want you to understand. Those weren't failures. They were education. They were your soul's way of preparing you for what's coming next. Every failure was actually a redirection, guiding you toward your true path. The most successful people in the world have one thing in common. They failed more than anyone else. But they didn't see those failures as evidence of their limitations. They saw them as stepping stones to their success. Thomas Edison didn't fail 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He found 1,000 ways that didn't work, bringing him closer to the one way that did. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job for being too emotionally invested in her stories, the very quality that later made her the most beloved talk show host in history. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. But once you start believing, things will change for you, my beautiful friends. You are more powerful than you think you are. When you shift from seeing failures as proof of your limitations to seeing them as proof of your courage to try, everything changes. When you understand that every no is bringing you closer to your yes, you become unstoppable. I trust in my ability to overcome any challenge and create any outcome I desire. The transformation I've witnessed. I've worked with women who have come to me saying, "I'm terrible at relationships. I always choose the wrong people." And they've walked away, creating the most beautiful, loving partnerships. I've worked with women who said, "I'm not a business person. I could never be successful." And they've built thriving enterprises that not only support their families but make a difference in the world. I've worked with women who believed, "I'm too old to change. I've missed my chance." And they've created the most extraordinary second chapters of their lives. How is that possible? It's because they started believing. They started believing that they could heal. They started believing that they were worthy. They started believing that they were intelligent, capable, and deserving of everything their hearts desired. I believe in my infinite capacity for growth, healing, and success. The power of confidence. Confidence is huge, my friends. It's almost more important than natural talent or previous experience. If you believe that you can learn, even if you're starting from scratch, it's like a switch goes off in your mind, and it just makes it easier to absorb everything you need to know. Let me share Rebecca's story. Rebecca was a 38-year-old teacher from Portland who had always dreamed of writing a book. But she had convinced herself she wasn't a real writer because she didn't have an English degree or formal training. When Rebecca finally decided to believe in herself, not because she had proof, but because she chose to, she discovered she had a natural gift for storytelling. Her first book became a bestseller, and she's now a full-time author, inspiring thousands of readers. The talent was always there. The stories were always within her. She just needed to believe she was worthy of sharing them with the world. I have confidence in my unique gifts and trust that they are meant to be shared. When you believe in yourself, you show up differently. You take action from a place of possibility instead of fear. You persist through challenges because you know they're temporary. You attract opportunities because your energy is aligned with success. The attitude that changes everything. Having a positive attitude in life, towards everything, not just your goals and dreams, makes a huge difference, my beautiful friends. When you approach life with curiosity instead of judgment, with love instead of fear, with gratitude instead of complaint, you literally change your vibration. And when your vibration changes, everything around you begins to shift. Think about Jennifer, a 45-year-old executive from Chicago. She had been stuck in a job she hated for years, convinced she was too old to make a career change. Every day was a struggle, and she felt trapped by her circumstances. But when Jennifer began practicing gratitude for what her current job was teaching her, when she started looking for the good in every situation, when she chose to see challenges as opportunities for growth, her entire world transformed. I choose to see the gift and opportunity in every experience. Not only did Jennifer find the courage to leave her corporate job, but she started her own consulting firm that now serves clients worldwide. The same skills she thought were keeping her trapped actually became the foundation for her freedom. Your unlimited potential. You see, my dear friend, you have unlimited potential. Not because I'm telling you something nice, but because it's the truth of who you are. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and that means you have access to infinite wisdom, infinite creativity, infinite love. The only thing that has ever limited you is your belief in limitation. The only thing that has ever held you back is the story you've been telling yourself about what's possible for someone like you. But what if that story isn't true? What if everything you've believed about your limitations was just a misunderstanding? What if your greatest struggles have actually been preparing you for your greatest triumphs? I release all limiting beliefs and embrace my unlimited potential. The choice that changes everything. Right now, in this moment, you have a choice. You can continue believing the old story about what you can't do, what you're not good at, what's not possible for someone with your background or circumstances. Or you can choose to believe something new. You can choose to believe that you are powerful beyond measure. You can choose to believe that your dreams are not only possible, but inevitable. You can choose to believe that everything you need is already within you. I choose to believe in the magnificent possibilities that await me. This isn't about positive thinking or pretending everything is perfect. This is about recognizing the truth of who you are, beneath all the conditioning, beneath all the fear, beneath all the stories that have kept you small. You are not small. You never were. You are vast, infinite, and capable of creating miracles in your life and in the world. Your power awaits. The power you seek is not outside of you. It's not in the perfect circumstances, the right opportunities, or other people's approval. It's within you. It has always been within you. It's simply waiting for you to remember, to believe, to claim it as your own. I claim my power and step into the fullness of who I am meant to be. Every woman who has ever created something beautiful, achieved something extraordinary, or overcome something impossible, started exactly where you are right now, with a choice to believe in herself. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Your power is ready to be unleashed. The question isn't whether you're capable. You absolutely are. The question is, are you ready to believe it? I am ready to step into my power and create the life of my dreams. You have no idea how powerful you really are, my beautiful friend. But you're about to find out. Stay strong. Stay believing. Stay open to the miracles that are waiting to unfold through you. Because when you truly understand your power, when you truly believe in your capabilities, when you truly trust in your worthiness, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that you cannot achieve. I am powerful. I am worthy. And I am ready to create magic in my life. The world is waiting for what only you can give. Your power is needed. Your gifts are necessary. Your dreams are calling. It's time to answer that call.